Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, I want to play a Orzhov Sothera deck. So I've seen a lot of people try it, and I was wondering how good it is, because on paper it seems like a great pack, right? A really good card. If our opponent has a creature, or if we have a creature that dies, our opponent has to choose a creature they control and exile it. There's a downside to Sothera though. At the end of the turn, if a player controls no creature, we have to sacrifice Sothera, and then we get to put a creature exile with it back on the battlefield with 2+1 counter, which that might be a lot, but Great Pack really is just a lock piece that kind of makes sure our opponent has no creatures. This card is not able to do that. So I don't want to rely on Sothera too much, which is why I put it in the Raise the Pass package. So this deck is really all about the old, good old Raise the Pass, dropping a bunch of creatures in the graveyard and bringing it back. And we have a buttload of 1-drops to do that. So here's our deck list. Turn 1, we got... no, not 12, 16 1-drops, so that we always will be to hit something turn 1. We got 4 Greedy Freebooter, which is a tiny burst ramp if he dies. Otherwise, we at least scry 1. We got 4 Infestation Sage and 4 Nezumi Linkbreaker, which are both creatures that, when dies, bring another creature onto the board, so that we get basically 2 death triggers if we need to out of our sack outlets. We also have 4 Snarling Gorehound, one of the most important cards of the deck, that whenever a creature with power 2 or less enters, we get to Surveil 1, and that way we can go through our deck real quick to find either Sothera or Raise the Pass to combo off. Then on turn 2, we got 2 Voice of Victory. Voice of Victory is a very important card in a lot of matchups against counter spells or interactions. But I'm only going to run 2 off in this deck because so far, what I feel like in Arena, it's turned into just a super aggressive push with the green deck or some some other combo deck that doesn't interact as much with counter spells. So we only have 2 because we need to have 4 Umber Caller Zella and 4 Vengeful Blood Witch. These are the main piece of the deck, right? Umber Caller allow us to sack an artifact or creature and Surveil 1, so that's an infinite sack outlet. And then we have a Vengeful Blood Witch, which whenever a creature dies, we get to gain 1 life and our opponent lose 1 life, which is our win con. And we have 4 Servandum, which will, of course, be able to serve as a pseudo removal. Whenever a permanent or creature we control dies, we're putting an exile, put a +1 counter on it. And when he dies with 4 or more power, we can destroy any non-land permanent. And then we have 1 Avenger Fallen. I want to see if this card is even relevant at all, because it's a 3 mana 2/4, but it's Mobilize X, which could help with Sothera a lot. But again, I don't think Sothera is that useful of a card unless our opponent's playing a bunch of creatures. And by that point, we're not really going to get much out of it, because we'll have to sack Sothera at the end of the turn, right? So I'm only going to run 1 up to see how good it does, but definitely 4 Sephiroth to get to that 1 Wing Angel to get to the emblem. And then we have 3 Raise the Pass and 2 Sothera as our 4-drops. And you can see our deck kind of curves out to 1 and 2, a little bit of 3, and then 4 mana is kind of the win, the turn that we win, right? So I'm only going to run 20 lands so I don't get flooded too often. We have 1 Dalkovan Encampment, which will give us sort of a pseudo mobilize 2 whenever we attack. We have 1 playing, 4 swamps. Most of the deck is black, so we need 4 swamps. 4 Bleachbone Verge, 4 Concealed Courtyard, 4 Godless Shrine, and I'm going to run 2 Fabled Passage to try to filter out our land even more, because I don't want to draw lands. This deck does not need lands. We just need to hit our Raise the Pass and win from there. Hopefully we can get there fast enough, and then Sothera can also help us fight those big creature boards. And I think the Sothera is going to help against creature decks, but I don't know how well it can do. So let's go into the games and see how well the deck does. Alright, our opponent is Chief Enrico. He's a pack leader. Enrico's leading the pack. But we're going first. Okay, 2 Sotheras in the pen. That's fun. How's it going? I don't know why I kept this hand. This hand is actually terrible. Didn't think this through. Here is Nezumi Linkbreaker. Let's hope I draw into some non-trash. Whoa. Okay, so instead of drawing to non-trash, Arena decided, F you. Well, luckily I only have 3 in the deck, so I won't draw a 4th one somehow. But yeah. This game is as good as it's done. He's got a spacecraft. He surveils with his spacecraft. My Avenger with Fall immobilizes nothing. I don't even have a sack outlet. So take that. Roiling Dragonstorm. He's roiling. He pitches a Grading Pool. Let me get my Avengers down. Mobilize 0. Nice. Okay, he is gonna Kona me next turn. That looks fun. He pitches Kona, so he's probably gonna play Kona. He's got a Kavaron. Alright, here comes the Kona. Here comes Omniscience. Not Omniscience. Wild. He's got a 5/4. I guess he wants to do something with that. Pull a Fabled Passage. Let's get ourselves a land. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's only 7 damage. I don't even think he'll block. Alright, he's gonna deal 18 damage from there. Dragon Storm. Dragon Storm again. What is this Kona deck? I'm so confused here. I mean, I got no sack outlet, so I guess there's that. That's kind of the biggest issue. I couldn't sacrifice anything, so our opponent gets to do whatever they want. You got a Meringue River region, which can bounce 2 things. Okay. I don't know about that. That's all he does. I raised the pass on nothing. That's fun. Alright, I guess Sothera. Even if I don't Sothera, what can he do? He got a block. I'm gonna do it anyways. I don't know what the plan is. He's at 3. There's 3 damage on board. Maybe he's got into the Flood Maul. Didn't bounce my Blood Witch, which is wild, or kill my Blood Witch. People always underestimate the Blood Witch. That's 3 creatures die. Alright. Take 3 damage. And I get... Okay, thanks. Thanks for coming at the end of the game. Thanks for playing. 1 dead. 1 dead. 1 dead. 2, 2, 1, 0. Alright, even through a Mana Screw and 3 Sotheras, we can still get there. GG. Alright, our opponent is the Fletchinger. Flitchfinger. Oh, well, whatever it is, opponent goes first. Seems like a fair game. Cecil. Alright, to fight Cecil, I think we get a Freebooter out there. No, it's Bob. Bobberino. Bobby B. Do I want the Sage? I got enough things to play, I think. Godless Shrine. Let's play out... Do I want the Zealot? I mean, he is tapped out, so right now the Voice probably would be best. But since I play a black mana, I don't think I do that. So, Greedy Freebooter into Zealot. Alright. So he's probably Kaitoing this turn. Oh, no, he's not. That's fun. He's gonna flip this Cecil right away. I guess the Zella has to die. Not letting him flip the Cecil. Take two. Alright, so this turn I get to probably play another Freebooter. I don't think the linebacker does much. Does he want to counter this? He might counter this. The Voice. You gotta counter that. Oh, Hexproof. To give flying to... Okay. I mean, I think he's just want to Kaito me next turn. But Kaito will die, so... If he just straight up attacked the Kaito, he will die, right? There's a Preacher. Whoa. He's sending a 2-1 into a 1-3 here? Do I want my Voice to block? I don't see why not. It's a free kill for me. Let me crack the table first. Alright, so if he blocks, he will kill the Voice. Do I care about losing the Voice this turn? I probably do, right? I don't really care about losing the two Greedy Freebooters. So let's have those come in. Alright, the cops are not happy with what I'm doing. Ooh, that's a car, right? That's a car if I've ever seen one. Here comes Kaito. Here comes Kaito. Here comes Kaito. Right down Kaito lane. Come on, buddy. Please don't kill me. Oh, Hardcast Kaito.
Out of the shadows and into the fray.
I mean, stunning it does not stop it from doing its thing.
Sit down. Rethink your life.
I can take this too. I don't really care too much about taking that too, right? Yeah, I'd much rather keep my creature. Funny enough. Here's a Sothera. Everybody after Kaito. Would you like your life linking? Oh, this is the perfect block for me. Alright, so Kaito stays alive, but I get to scry. Oh, that's a card. Then I get to scry one again. It's the only creature left, which means thanks for the creature. A 4-5?
Just try to keep up.
Does a 4-5 beat a 4-6? I'm at 14. You sure you want to do this? You sure about that? Oh, this is going to look painful. Alright, he just passed turns so that I can attack him. I even draw a card here. Do I want this 1/1 attacking? Nice, Kaito's dead.
There's gotta be another way out.
Avenger of the Fallen. I do like a Blood Witch. I wonder what deck is he? Does he have like a mill plan or something? Strategic Betrayal. That's fun. Alright, you can have this 1/1. And my graveyard. Man, everyone's playing the Exile decks. Thankfully, I'm still in a commanding lead. Otherwise, I'll be pretty salty. You pass turn, you can't play spells. Alright, do I just go all in? Just go all in. The voice does an extra 3 damage because of the Bullet Witch, so I think I go all in even if he blocks. Why did he tap his... I don't understand. You know, I do like the Blood Witch. Yeah, that's a GG. That's so much damage. And the death trigger gets more damage. Good game. Alright, our opponent is Hrafn. Whatever it is. We're gonna... Jeez, cutting Sothera does not help. It's still in the hand. Let's go with it. We got 2 Greedy Freebooters. I am pretty greedy. And I like to boot for free. Tempo of Epiphany. And he keeps it at the top. I don't like that at all. Okay, so... we'll get a Zella up there. Perhaps I will need that mana. Prof, okay. I probably will need that mana, but... this seems pretty good for me. The Linkbreaker and a Greedy Freebooter down. And we'll see what we can do here. FOMO, alright. I would like a FOMO. He drops the Agatha Soul Cauldron. Wild. Into the Flood Maul. Bounces the Umbra Collar Zealot. Jeez. That was pretty bad. Those are good surveils. Do I want to surveil anything else? No. Dude? Can you chill with all these lands? There's 20 lands in this deck. It's just all here. Alright, what do I do here? Fabled Passage while he's tapped out. He's reading. Oh, the reading. Winter Night Stories. Give me a big hit from that FOMO. We'll give you down to 5. Unfortunately, our deck can't chill, so we're gonna have to play it like this. First we attack. Then we do the sacrifice. What do I even have here? Trash? Okay. Still think I'd take it, but... oh, that feels bad. Also, that sacrifice was wrong. I did it wrong. I did it on the wrong timing. Because now my Sothera dies. I get a FOMO, yes, but What do I do with it? Steam Core Scholar. Drops 2 lands and a Soul Cauldron. Alright, at least he doesn't have anything like Vivi in the graveyard. Doesn't do anything, right? There's no sack triggers. Alright, he's gonna go crazy on me. Get a pretty big Steam Core Scholar out there. Do I want the extra mana? I will get the Linkbreaker back. I got creatures, enchantment, lands, and I'll get a sorcery, which get FOMO, the double attack that I need. What can I even get here? Oh no. Let's find out. I get a Scry. Then I get a Surveil. Oh, that's a good Surveil. I have to do this first to get the double attack anyways. So let's just sack these stuff. I'm gonna raise the pass. Surveil 4. Go to graveyard. Not go to graveyard. Not go to graveyard. Not go to graveyard. Alright, now we get to attack with FOMO and a Zealot. FOMO dies. You take 1. No, let's sack these. I mean, that's lethal anyways. GG. Well, we both got scrappy hands, but this is why you don't play Vivi in Best of 1. Eat it. Alright, our opponent is James Guru. James Guru. Oh, he Guru, alright. Double raise the passes. Here's a hand. I want to get greedy on you. Temple of the Light. I think I'm gonna play the Zealots. That way I can sack the Freebooter in case he tries to exile it. I need that mana. Because pretty good at getting mana screwed apparently. Oh, nothing. Do I still sack this though? No, no, no. Let's... Yeah. Let's play the Servana. Because I can't play both Nezumis. Let's do the Scry a little. I get that 1 damage either way. I do want that. Two Linkbreakers. He has nothing? Well, dude, he's now down to 9. It's very close to dead. And if you play something, I can just exile it. Kaito. What? That's what you were playing? With your last mana?
0% chance I lose.
What are you gonna do? Make a ninja? Okay.
You go low, I'll go high.
Do I don't even want to... You know what? Let's sack these. I'll be okay. I don't need that right now. I'll probably get Day of Judgment. Kaito go here. Or these two go there to kill Kaito. And then the buttload of damage goes there.
Back to base.
I'm gonna raise the pass. I have another raise to pass, so I don't have to worry. Go ahead and Day Judgment me if you want. They're gonna come back. I mean, I know I said that, but I didn't mean that. Can I get something good? Nope. Okay. Did a nice surveil. Oh, that's GG. I will still do all the sacks, because I can. All the land can go. All the lands can go. You know what? I'll sack this, because otherwise it's taking too long. Submit 0. It was a good card, but not for what I'm going to do here. Yeah, not for what I'm going to do here. He's at 4. I should just GG him. So that he leaves. I can't believe I had to like go through this much of my deck just to get one Blood Witch into the graveyard. Oh. Well, that's 2. That's a GG. Good game. Alright, our opponent is the Mabarba. Mabarba 7. Well, what do you know? Opponent goes first. I must be really winning these games. Getting all these opponent goes first matches. Innkeeper's Talent. Oh, that's not gonna be fun. It's gonna get ward on his creatures. Yeah, I think I put the Servandum out there. Sentinel. Alright, so he's gonna have a creature deck. Which is pretty important for Sothera to do his thing. If I can draw Sothera. I don't really need the life gain right now, but I will need it soon. Or a Boroid. No trample yet. Sack it. What am I gonna get? Sephiroth. I mean, into a Bitter Triumph? It's kind of odd, right? Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, okay. I mean, it's not really good enough right here. But it'll help. Ouroboros Ward 1. Oh, okay. Chill, buddy. No trample, so I can still survive. Let's block here. I'll block here. And I guess I'm gonna use the Blood Witch block there. It's not a good surveil at all. These are not good surveils. I did not draw my Sothera. Oh, that's a problem. Okay. Also, it's a state-based action, so I don't actually get to choose which one to keep. One has to die. Let's do the scrying first. Throw that into the graveyard. I want to sack this. He's got no trampler, so I can just keep sacking these things. Unfortunately, my draws are not the most enticing right now. I don't need to sack. No, I mean, sacking it can kill one of those, so that they don't get too big. Here he's at 8. He's at 1. I'll pay the 1. Gorehound. And we're. He's at 6. GG, you degenerate player, you. Oh, look at Lifelinker. If only you could have drawn that. Oh, how do you play it? Isn't that black? You 1 black mana. 1 black mana and he hits his removal. Jesus. That seems fair. It's fine. It's fine. Why am I salty? I already won. 30-30. Just those 3? Alright, blocks. 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 Oh, so much damage. All that damage just to get chumped. Go down to 1, or 3 actually. I'm still gonna GG him. Because he still wants to be in the game. Boom. Look, they're all back. Haha. Yeah, it's been fun. Your Ouroboros deck can get out. Leave, please. Alright, our opponent is Baldy. he's just a Baldy. 1 land, 1 keep. I don't know about that. But it is all 1-drops, so I won't say no, even though it's a terrible hand. Look at those eyeballs. Oh, kind of the worst feeling is, you know, you keep a bad hand and you just want to play a quick game because, like, if you lose, you lose, and then your opponent just ropes. Let's get greedy. One land, 1 keep did not save us. He sees the Dimir. I mean, he sees the Orzhov. I see the Dimir. And he's thinking about what to do here. He's not gonna kill the Freebooter. Come on now. And I will not draw a land. Two things that won't happen this turn. Spyglass Siren. Oh boy, is that a land I see? Wild. Okay, he's got a swamp, so Blood Witch might just die. So will Servanden. That means we don't do any of those. He can Kaito us, but we can charge down Kaito very easily here. Not a very smart attack to Kaito here. He could even stun the Freebooter, but Kaito will still die. I don't know. Right, that doesn't do anything if he Kaitos. I really want him to do it because it takes his whole turn off. And then I get so much more tempo. Oh. Oh wow, okay. Our opponent thought about it and he chose...
Be jealous of my temper.
He chose this.
I just hate a fair fight.
He hates a fair fight. You heard him. That's why I'm mana screwed, right? Because fair fights are not fair. If I play Servanden, you'll have to kill Servanden. If I play Vengeful Blood Witch, you will have to kill Vengeful Blood Witch. They're both kind of must-kill targets, but this is a little bit off curve here, which makes it better. Mainly Servanden is 2 mana. That requires 1 white, and I have 1 white, but I don't know how much I can keep track of that. So, anyways, I'm out of mana. Anyways, 2 lander out of 10 cards. Remember that game where I drew 7 lands out of 10 cards?
Never.
That was fun.
Underestimate my skills.
You didn't want to draw cards? Was that good enough for you? I don't know. Why did he plus? Basically, he 3 mana Kaito just to deal 9 damage. Which, for most decks, that might have been fine, but for this deck, I don't know. Do I even play this land here? I think we just go for the attack. Even if he has 2 removals, I have 4 creatures. I don't think there's a saving for Kaito. Hey, you never know. What is he keeping up? Because he plays anything here? A Drowner? After I attacked? Why? Nope. Not enough. Okay.
I fought so hard.
I'm gonna sacrifice this Freebooter here because it's stunned. Take the 1. I do want the Gorehound, to be honest. And I'll keep the treasure. Might be useful. This is whenever a creature, right? Only creature, so... Spyglass Siren. 1 land, 1 keep! We're getting out of this against the Baldy somehow. Sephiroth's dead. Take 1. No? Is it only other? Okay, it might have only other. So, we get a Blood Witch here. I think I want a Gorehound first. Gorehound. Blood Witch. Not a land that I want to use here. Then I'll use this mana for the Linkbreaker. Sothera, can't use that, and I have more of a board anyways, so he's not getting much out of it. You can map here, it does not hurt at all. You can even map into a Kaito, which is probably what he wants to do. I don't have any sack outlets, so this is not that much damage, but I don't know what else I wanted to say here. But nothing, because Phantom Interference. So he does have counter spells. Good for him. I can't even pay for a Phantom Interference, to be honest. He's got 2 mana. What did he play for 2 mana before? The Flip Pit Drowner? He might have another one of those. But the thing about this deck is the Flip Pit Drowner doesn't hit much. Right? All I have is like chump creatures. He can bounce the Blood Witch, which will be annoying, but not the end of the world. He can rope, which is even more annoying. I go down to 9. I've raised the pass. I want to play Servandum first, because something might happen to the Gorehound in the middle of this. He's going to shoot the Sheriff, which will give me a life. Thank you. Alright, I don't need voice. And since he did this... Do I care about this? 1-1 here, not attacking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 damage. Alright, the rest is Reef might mill me. I don't know if that's what I care about. Can he deal 10 damage in 1 turn here? He's got 2 ticks on Kaito, right? Gotta get in there. Gotta go fast. Look at this graveyard full of nothing. If I got a sack outlet, I just win. The Nezumi Linkbreaker is not breaking any links here. He drew the Phantom Interference, so my Raise the Pass will probably get countered. Remember, I started this game with 1 land. Right now, I still only have 3. It's going to interfere me by creating a 1-1. Does that help you? You got to double block the Gorehound, and this is 4 damage here. Menace, buddy. Not going to help. Yep. GG. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all those Sothera games, how does this deck feel? Well, I started the game with 3 Sothera, I cut it down to 2, and I started the games with 2 Raise the Pass, and I went up to 3. I don't even think that's enough. I think I want 4 Raise the Pass, and then just be a Raise the Pass deck again. I talked about this since Raise the Pass combo was introduced into the metagame. It's one of the most broken combos in Best of 1 possible. Not everyone's gonna run Graveyard Hate, and when they don't, this card is just gonna blow your opponent out of the water. It's like 4 mana. Was that Abuelo's Return into Omniscience? That was broken. This is just as broken. You win that turn if it's not interacted with, and when Voice of Victory is down, your opponent can't interact with it, and you just win. So that's how I feel about that combo, anyways. But Sothera does do a little bit into stopping your opponent's board, so it isn't that bad. That being said, though, there's not that many creature deck out there that just go, super wide onto the board and doesn't kill us on that same turn in the current standard. So I don't know how well Sothera can do, because at the end of the turn we have to sacrifice it if our opponent has no creature, or if we have no creature. And if we don't sacrifice it, then our opponent's creatures will probably overrun us next turn anyways. So that's how I feel about this card. Now, there is a trick to it that you can recognize, which is hold up your Umber Color activation and Sothera on board, so that when our opponent plays a creature, we sack one of our chumps, and then they'll have to exile whatever creature they just play. That is a cute combo, but it is very difficult to actually pull off, because we have to have all the right conditions. We have to make it so that we have an Umber Color Zella, a chump sacrificing outlet that we don't want to sack on our turn already, and a Sothera on board, which is asking a lot, and we're asking our opponent to actually play a creature deck and only play one very big impactful creature onto the turn that we have that combo that they're playing into, which is also very rare. So, I don't know. I don't think Sothera is that useful of a card in terms of this kind of deck list, or really any deck list. A lot of people seem to like it, which I guess in Commander, it's probably a lot better, since you will always have opponents that have creatures to sack because everyone have play a creature sort of synergy. And the trick is at the end of the turn, if a player controls no creature, you sacrifice it and you get to play a free creature, which probably will be very swingy. But in standard, I don't see it. Right? I'd rather just have Raise the Pass. So many games where I just do the Snarling Gorehound and keep sacking things until I get to Raise the Pass and win from there. But that's all Raise the Pass combo anyways. Now, Avenger the Fallen, just cut it out of the deck. It's trash. I never used it. It never really did anything. I don't want it. Go away. Right? And then for the rest, I think it's fine. For the land base, I also think it's fine. Nothing really hurt me too much. Now, there are games that I got flooded. That I don't know what happened. 20 lands, I got flooded. It is what it is. There are games where I was mana screwed. That's fine. I have 20 lands in the deck. I'm expecting to get mana screwed. Now, last game, I had a 1 land, 1 keep. Eventually, I still won. Because this deck is just so easy to kind of snowball as soon as I hit that second land. Because Umbracaller Zella will allow me to, get more. And Vengeful Blood Witch allows me to gain the life back. So the last thing I would say is, after cutting the Avenger, after maybe cutting one more Sothera, I'll have some room, and those room might be 2 more Voice of Victory, or it could be some removal cards, because I feel like every time I queue up against a green deck, those chocobo decks, I just auto-concede, because, well, what I'm going to do, wait till turn 4 to play by Sothera. By then, their Tifa already killed me, or their Hydra already killed me. So, there's not enough removal in the early game, and that could also be because I didn't draw Serve on them fast enough. All of that is a little bit of an argumentative of what to do on turn 1 and 2 that might require more fine-tuning. But again, this is still a super strong deck. The Orzhov Raise the Pass deck, I think it's top tier, tier 1. I don't know if type. Well, how do I say this? I don't know if tier 0 in best of 1, but it's very close. If I were to pick a deck to rank all the way up to Mythic, it will probably be some version of a Raise the Pass deck. It's just so strong. And not everyone's running Graveyard Hate, and when they even do run Graveyard Hate, Vengeful Blood Witch and Umbracaller Zella can still kind of just shotgun them down. Anyways, pretty fun to do that. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.